All right, welcome back. I have some people to shout out here. Nax just joined us. Nax helped me actually set up this mod. Told me about the mod and helped me set it up, or at least gave me the link to go set it up. So big thanks to Nax, and I'm glad you can make it. I'm liking the mod so far. It's broken in some parts for some reason, and I'm not sure why. But other than that, it's been going well. And I also wanted to ask you if it goes past disc 1, because it says in the beginning that it only is disc 1, and I didn't know if they had created more for disc 2 and 3, or if this is only disc 1. So if you could tell me that, that'd be fantastic, so I know. Also, Radiosity is here. Thanks for coming. And I thought somebody else asked something, maybe not. If you're just joining us, this is the Final Fantasy VII Nightmare mod. It is a completely redeveloped version of Final Fantasy VII with new items, magic, enemy attacks, enemy behaviors. The weapons do different stuff. The armor does different stuff. And in general, it's just very, 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 very difficult. That is the main gist of it. And right now, I have to turn my sound back on. Is one thing I need to do. There we go. What we did just now, if you're just joining us, is we just got on the train to go to the next reactor, and we got destroyed because the Midgar train, tunnels goes on for like 1,000,000 years, and we did not have enough items to survive. So now we are doing a little bit of farming to get some Phoenix Downs is the biggest thing we need. If you were with us before, I went through all the story stuff again because I had to go back to a previous save because I found out that the item store only sells materia if like before you do the story elements in this part. For some reason, once you do it, you can only get items from him. But if you ask him before that, he sells you materia. So I had to go back a save and buy the materia so I would have it. And speaking of which, I haven't equipped it yet, so I should do that. We're gonna put restore. You're gonna get rid of that. You're gonna get restore and coral flame, and you're gonna get cold, restore, and all. Well, actually, we'll make Tifa our healer because she has the most magic. She has the best magic stat, so she can be our healer. That should work. Do I need to equip? I need to equip. Oh, I never bought my other stuff, so I need to do that. I need to do that, but we'll do some farming first. Let's check out Icicle. That Bolt seems to always do more damage than all the other magic. I don't know why, but this always seems that way, even in the old game. Just seemed like Bolt always did more damage. And part of it might be because a lot of things in Midgar are weak against Bolt, because they're robots and stuff, but oh, and I needed to shout out Lot Cole, who donated $5 while we were away. Just said he's enjoying the Nightmare mod, which I am too. Thanks for donating. I appreciate it a ton. We are now at $64, so we're getting real close to our goal. And also Stijnlam, just don't know how to say your name, but I'm going with that, followed while we were gone, so thanks for that as well. You know, maybe I'll take the I'm gonna take the all materia off of restore, because restore heals less if you do all, and I don't think I'll be needing to do all. I think I'll just probably need to be healing cloud for the most part. So I'm gonna actually take this off and go back to. Actually, we'll give it to. We'll do this. Let her do be the magic guy, girl. I find it weird how I have the PSN version, the Steam version, and 2 PS1 copies, but I'm focused more on the PSN version. Don't feel bad, I own like 8 versions of this game. I don't actually even own the PS4 version yet, but I own the Steam version, the emulated PC version, this modded version, which is actually just the Steam version though, but it's just modded. I own my original PS1 version that I had when I was like 12 years old. I own an original Japanese version that is unopened. I own an original Black Label game that is unopened. That's the most expensive one I own. I own a misprint version that says Masterpiece on the back. The I is in the wrong place. I own the original soundtrack. I own the original piano soundtrack. And I think I'm forgetting one. I feel like I have one more. Maybe not. Oh, I own a demo disc too, I think. But yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, don't feel bad if you own more than one copy of this game, because I own way too many. Okay, so your name is pronounced more or less like Stan, just a little bit longer. It's Dutch since I'm Belgian. Okay. Well, if that's your actual name and not just your screen name, then I definitely want to get it right. Even though I always want to get everyone's name right, even if it's just a screen name. But so it's just pronounced Stan, basically. Stan, or just Stan. Does it sound like Stan? Is that how it Stan? But longer. Like the A is longer, like Stan, or Stan. Just even if that's not how you say it, that's how you should make people say it. Just like someone's like, "Hey Stan," like, no, it's not Stan, it's Stan. And then you'll make a lot of friends. Yeah, I feel you there, Raw Winner. I think I might just eat mac and cheese for the rest of my life too. For lunch, I had this this Marichuan stuff that's like even cheaper than ramen noodles. So yeah, feel your pain. Oops, I just used heal on accident. It's kind of annoying that the materia is located depending on where you put them. I mean, I guess that's nice actually, but for me it's annoying because I'm not used to it. Also, that restore just healed like absolutely nothing. You see that? That was like the worst restore ever. I think it might heal like 200 like regardless of how you cast it or something. That would really suck. Hey Anton1234, thanks for coming. You've got to show us that Japanese and Type 0 versions. Or typo versions. I said Type 0. Sure, I can show you them. If you want to see them, I'll go grab them. Should I switch to the Steam version? Right now on PSN, I'm about to do the raid on Midgar and just got Knights of the Round. I mean, if you've already done all that, then you don't need to switch to the Steam version. I do highly recommend the Steam version, though. I got married young, so I didn't have to eat leftovers from my mom's house anymore. Maybe try that. Yeah, I did that too. My wife makes food for me. most of the time, but I cook once a week. But yeah, that's nice. I'll try using heal with Tifa to see if it only heals 200. Just because I'm curious. Yeah, okay, so heal only heals 200. No matter who has it. That really sucks. That's awful. But I wonder if I do heal all, if it'll heal everyone 100. Like heal everyone 100 or heal everyone 200. That'd be a good thing to know. Most English-speaking people tend to call me Stan. Forget about the pronouncing it longer though. Just Stan is fine. Okay. Told me 2 minutes ago that it was up to disc 2 done demo mod. So is this true? I'm looking to see if I missed anything that anyone said. I don't think I missed anything though. Okay. See ya, Stan. Enjoy your lunch or dinner, depending on what time zone you're in. Sounds like, I think you'd be dinner now, but maybe not. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that Finland place. There's too many K's. I don't pronounce anything with more than 3 K's in it. That's against my religion. Alright, a few more fights. Oh, that's how you say hello? Man. Glad I don't live in Finland. Take too long. Take too long to say things to people. I want to be able to just say sup. I don't want to have to write a paragraph, man. I'm just kidding. I like other languages more than English, to be honest. They all sound much more sophisticated and cool. And I learned Spanish in high school, and Spanish is like so much better than English, it's ridiculous. Like the amount that Spanish is just smarter in every way than English. Alright, we got like 3 grand right now. Couple more. Couple more so that we don't have to return afterwards. We'll do a couple more and then we'll go buy everything and then we'll give it another shot. Please feel bad for me, no one else does. I feel bad for you. I don't know why I feel bad for you, but I do. At least you get plenty of MP. You know, they didn't like screw you over with the MP, because they could have screwed us over with the MP like they did with Cloud's HP. But everyone seems to have pretty good MP. In fact, who's got... Okay, Tifa's got like super HP or MP. She's supposed to be more of a spellcaster, I can tell, especially since she has the best magic stat. Who's here? Who here is Finnish? Not me. I'm not Finnish. I am all Americano, but my great-great-grandmother was from Austria, and that's where most of our we're pretty split. Like I'm like 10% everything, but I think the majority of our heritage comes from Austria, and I'm also Indian on my dad's side, I believe, and everything else is pretty you know, so much low of a percent that it doesn't even much matter. What level are we? Is anyone level 10 yet? No. Man, I can't believe how many Finnish people are here. Is my stream like only going to Finland? Is that how this works for some reason? Hey, I don't care. Back when I was doing Call of Duty stuff, like 6 years ago, for whatever reason, all my fans were British. Like every fan, everyone that commented, they're like, "Hello from Britain," or "Hello from United Kingdom," "Hello from Glasgow." I'm like, why is like out of all the places, like, it's just when you have like 1,000 people that watch a video or something, you would have to expect that like it would be split pretty even. Like it wouldn't be like 900 British people and then like 20 of every other 20 Americans, 20 Finnish people. Like you would think it would be split a little better, but it almost seems like for whatever reason I get 90% one section of people watching, and then everyone else is whatever. I want tents. I want 3 tents. And then I'm about to blow the rest of my money on Phoenix Downs. Although I still gotta buy these bangles, and I'm not gonna have enough money now. I have enough for one. Alright, I'm gonna do just a little bit more farming because I do want to buy those iron bangles. I bought too many Phoenix Downs, but I mean I need them. I need more than what I have, to be honest. But I'll find some too, probably, so that'll help. You know, maybe that's why I get so many people from one area, because of the time I stream. You know, like, maybe it just works out better for certain areas. Because I know, like, everyone in America is in school when I stream, because that's just when I stream. So it makes it hard for them. Everyone in Finland likes Final Fantasy VII because it's an edgy love story. Not so sure that's exactly right, but, you know, maybe. I don't know. I don't claim to know anything about Finland. Hey, Final Fantasy VIII is one of those games that you either love or hate. So, there's really no middle ground. If you like it, then that means you love it. And that's fine. It's a good game. It's just different than the other Final Fantasies, and that turned a lot of people off. It's too... I think for a lot of people, it was too real. You know? It was very... I don't know. They went with a very different path on Final Fantasy VIII. And I'm not even talking about the fighting or anything like that, because a lot of people have a problem with the junction system, but I actually really like the junction system, other than the fact that it was all by number. Like, the only thing I didn't like about the junction system was you could only use fire like 4 times, and then you had to junction more, and it was just annoying because you had to farm it. But I loved the way junctioning actually worked, like putting your magic into stuff and having it, you know, whatever. And the summons, the way you junction the summons was really cool. But the game itself was too real. It was like about, I don't know, it's just, like Final Fantasy VII is very fantasy-ish. And, wow, what happened if the world, like when people died, they went into the world and aliens and all sorts of crazy stuff. And then 8 was more like... It almost felt like a futuristic Earth. Like, this is really what is going to happen in the future. And it was very cyber... Not, I wouldn't say like cyberpunky, but you know what I mean? Like, Squall is kind of like a teenager, it felt like, even though he's not. He acted like a teenager, and all the characters kind of acted like stuck up teenagers. And, then, after that, Final Fantasy IX comes out and they go back to the fantasy. Like, what if Zidane has a tail and there's Quina and just crazy fantasy kind of stuff, and it's like a old medieval like town, but it's steampunky and all this stuff. So yeah, it was a huge... It diverged from the formula quite a bit, and I think that's why a lot of people either love it or absolutely hate it. Dude, I want to ride a polar bear. Like, I legit want to ride a polar bear now. The card game in Final Fantasy VIII was tough. Yeah, I liked the card game in 9 better, I think. But I really liked the card game in 8. I really love the card games in general. Both 8 and 9, I used to play it all the time. You guys didn't like the card game in Final Fantasy IX? I liked it. Yeah, I still don't know how I think about the new Final Fantasy stuff. I mean, I liked Final Fantasy XIII. A lot of people didn't, and I liked it. I agree with the sentiment that everyone makes that it was too linear, but I still think it was a great game, and I really enjoyed it. And I loved the battle system, and I liked the story. I liked the story in 13 much better than I did in 12. I still really like 12, but I hated the story in 12. But yeah, I think 13 on its own was a good game, and I think a lot of people give it too much crap. 14 I've only played like minutes of, just because I'm not into MMOs very much. So, or at least that type of MMO, like World of Warcraft, RuneScape, all those types of MMOs, I've never really been into. Basically MMORPGs, I just was never into. So that's the reason I haven't played much of that. Plus, I don't like the monthly payment stuff, so, and I just can't afford it. So, but I'm still excited for Final Fantasy 15. I think they could do some really awesome stuff with it. Just depends on what they decide to do. Here's the thing, though. Like, I understand what you're saying about the futuristic stuff. Like, because Final Fantasy 13-2 was a little overboard. It was like so futuristic, and it's all about these futuristic gadgets and stuff. And that's why I'm excited for Final Fantasy 15, because 15 sounds like a return to the older style Final Fantasies, where it's like, it's supposed to be like a, I don't know if it's supposed to be like a wasteland, but just kind of like an open world where you just drive around on a bike and like kill monsters. And it just sounds more like the old Final Fantasy vibe. Of course, the battle system's going to be completely different, and it's going to be way different than the other Final Fantasies. But I'm just saying, like, the environment feels similar to the older style Final Fantasies. So that's what I'm looking forward to there. But we'll see. Final Fantasy 13 Hallway Simulator, yeah. But here's the thing, man. If you played Final Fantasy 13 enough, there was a lot of stuff. There was a lot of side questy stuff to do. It just wasn't until the end of the game, and when you probably didn't care anymore. But it wasn't as linear as everyone said it was. But it was very, very linear throughout the story. There was only one place to go at all times, basically. Metal Fantasy Final Gear, yeah. Who knows? But they could make it good. It could be awesome, man. If they make a game where you're basically Cloud, you know, like Cloud is in Advent Children, where he's just driving around on that motorcycle. If you're that guy on the motorcycle with a big sword, and it's an open world, and all you do is drive around, and you see some giant monster kraken in the back, like miles away, and you go, I'm gonna kill that thing, and you drive up to it and kill it. That would be fun. That would be so much fun. Like, I would enjoy the crap out of that game. Sure, it wouldn't really feel like Final Fantasy, but I'd still enjoy it. It'd still be awesome. Like, it'd still be one of the coolest things ever. It just wouldn't be, you know. But they can't, I don't know. According to Square, they can't make turn-based RPGs anymore. If they do, the world will explode. I just leveled up Spread. That's awesome. Now I can all twice, which is actually really helpful. How much money did I have? 1,500. Tim LaFave, thanks for coming. The Nightmare mod is a special version of Final Fantasy VII where the items have changed, the magic have changed, the enemies have changed. Basically, everything is new, and everything is really very, very, very difficult, and will drive you insane. Hey, Grim, what's up? Grim's my best buddy. I love Grim. Grim's my fave. Grim's been in a lot of videos. If you watch our Patreon exclusive shoutouts, he's almost always there. And he's an all-around cool guy. And he's also an artist. For some reason, we have so many artists joining today. But yeah, Raw Winner's an artist. Radiosity's an artist. Now Grim's here and he's an artist. Everyone's an artist today. But thanks for coming.